All right, let's get right into it. If you own a gym, you know there's this one single brutal reality that you deal with every single day. And it has nothing to do with your equipment or your class schedules. No, it's about a leak, a hidden drain in your business model that you've probably been told is just a normal cost of doing business. We're talking about member churn. The data here, well, it doesn't pull any punches. Let's just start with this number, because this number is the ghost that haunts the entire fitness industry, 50%. Think about that. Half of your new signups, half of that big January rush, they're gone by the time summer rolls around. And you've got to understand, this isn't just some random statistic. It's a predictable, systemic bleed on your bottom line. We have a name for this. We call it the quiet tax. You know, it's like your rent or your utility bills. It feels like this fixed cost that you're just forced to pay every month. But here's the thing. Unlike your rent, you do not have to accept this. This tax is completely optional, but only if you stop treating the symptom and you start going after the root cause. Because you see, this churn isn't happening by accident. It's not a bunch of individual random decisions. It is a fundamental failure in the very structure of how we engage with members. The model itself is broken. And that breaking point, well, it has a name. It's called the usage gap. This is that exact moment when a new member's initial excitement, that fire they had to get fit, just fizzles out. You know the story. Their visits drop from 3 times a week to maybe once a week to, I'll go next week. And just like that, your membership fee stops being an investment in their health. It just becomes another subscription they forgot to cancel and an easy one to cut. So look, if the welcome emails and the occasional check-in call from a trainer aren't closing this gap, what on earth will? Where can we possibly look to find a business model that has absolutely perfected the science of keeping people hooked, engaged, and literally begging to come back for more? You know, the answer is probably sitting in your pocket right now. It's the mobile gaming industry, an industry that doesn't just ask for your attention. It is scientifically engineered to compete with your actual life for that attention. And let's be honest, they're winning. So how do they do it? Well, it's not magic. It's a finely tuned psychological toolkit. You've got variable rewards that keep you guessing what's next. There's social pressure from your friends and leaderboards that creates a real sense of obligation. Sunk cost psychology makes it feel painful to walk away after you've invested so much time. And of course, those constant notifications just pull you right back in. They've built an entire world designed to create powerful, lasting habits. But here's the really important part. This isn't about manipulating people. It's about motivation. And the research is clear. The most powerful driver for a human being isn't some reward someone else gives you. It's that incredible feeling of achieving a goal that you set for yourself. And that's how we can flip this entire psychology for good. So the whole point is this: stop trying to fight churn. It's a losing battle. You will lose. The new way of thinking is about proactively closing that usage gap before it even opens by borrowing the very same tools that make games so ridiculously addictive. The solution is something called gamification. Gamification is really just the science of taking what makes games work, that fun, that competition, that sense of progress, and applying it to real-world challenges. It's all about making progress visible, rewarding the effort, and creating a sense of achievement. You know, the very things that disappear when a new gym member's motivation starts to fade. So what does this actually look like at your gym? Well, think about it. It could be a simple completeness meter for setting up their fitness goals. Our brains are just wired to want to fill that bar up. Or what about digital badges for consistency? You're turning a routine into a celebrated win. Or leaderboards for class attendance. Suddenly you've got this fun, social, competitive layer. These aren't huge, complicated ideas. They're simple, powerful psychological nudges. And here's where it gets really interesting. The financial model behind this is just as powerful. We call it the math of certainty. Now, while typical marketing is lucky to get a few percentage points in conversion, the data shows that mobile games convert a staggering 10 to 19% of their active users into paying customers. This isn't a guess, it's a proven economic engine. So come on, let's just do the math right now. Let's say, very conservatively, that you can get just 1,000 of your existing members to actively engage in a simple gamified system. That's a totally achievable number. If you apply that same proven 10 to 19% conversion rate, well, that's 100 to 190 new transactions. And I'm not just talking about visits, I mean actual transactions. For things like personal training sessions, supplements, premium classes, you name it. It's an entirely new stream of revenue born directly from engagement.
Okay, so now let's scale that up. Imagine you're a larger gym, or maybe you've got a few locations. Let's say you have a pool of 50,000 members across your entire business. You are now looking at 5,000 to 9,500 new paying customers. This isn't about patching the leak anymore. This is about building a brand new, self-funding profit center. This is how you create what we call a loss absorption mechanism, a system that actually generates enough new revenue to make that old churn problem completely irrelevant. And getting this up and running, it's almost dangerously simple. It all starts with a quick discovery call where we pinpoint exactly where your gym is losing members. From there, within 48 hours, a proprietary digital asset is designed just for you. And in just 2 to 4 weeks, it's live. And let me be clear, this is not about adding another complicated piece of software that your team has to learn and manage. The entire system is engineered for zero complexity on your end. It just works, in the background, re-engaging your members and driving revenue from the very first day. So I'll leave you with this one question. The old way of doing things says you have to accept the quiet tax. It tells you to keep fighting this impossible uphill battle against churn. The new model, it asks a totally different question. Are you ready to stop fighting the churn and just absorb it?